Well, good Monday afternoon. It's a cold one out there, but sun is shining, and by January standards, it's really not all that bad, I guess. Especially when you consider that it's going to get worse before the week is over. Here's a look at the current weather watches that are posted across the country, and what you can see is some winter weather advisories as far south as Cincinnati. So the row of counties along the Ohio and Kentucky state line and then back into central Indiana are under winter weather advisories, and there's some winter storm watches in effect up in this area. Also, the county shaded in pink would be winter storm watches. So looks like those folks are going to get a nice dose of snow tonight. And here's a look at it in the European model. As you can see, this pretty large swath of snow moving into the Chicago area tonight. And then as we head into the early morning hours tomorrow, it heads on off into Ohio. So inches of snow predicted from Iowa down into the West Virginia area between now and tomorrow morning. But as you can see, it looks like that northern Kentucky will be on the southern fringe of the system. So in the Lexington area, back toward Louisville, doesn't look like we're going to get much from this. Maybe a dusting, just maybe, but probably not even a dusting here. You'll have to go up to again the Cincinnati area to see some lighter amounts with that, and then as you get up toward say Dayton, Ohio, back toward Indianapolis, I think we could see a few inches here. So a nice little snow for those folks, but once again it just barely misses the bluegrass state, and then it scoots on off to the east. Now, like we've been talking for a few days, the rest of the week stays relatively dry around here. Some of the model data, as you can see, this little blip on the radar here, so to speak, on Wednesday, and then you head into Wednesday afternoon, it shows up over here. I mean, this is just indicative of some clouds and maybe a few flurries or light snow showers could come through in the flow on Wednesday morning, but that looks like a very minor issue at best. GFS model handles it in roughly the same way, slightly farther to the south with placement, but again, this is a very light snow event if it even happens here. So might see some flakes in the area tonight, might see some flakes Wednesday morning, but otherwise not much going on this week. The big story continues to be the cold air that's coming in. So we're gonna switch over to the temperature chart here. One more look at this. This will be the last time I show this to you this week, I promise. Temperatures here at or below zero on Thursday morning, so make sure you bundle up. Now, one more thing here before I go. The storm that was progged to come in next weekend, and talked about that a little bit yesterday, or the day before rather. I mentioned that the models are struggling. They're having a really hard time, and this is showing up again with the storm coming in this weekend. As we go through time here, this is Friday. You can see there's nothing really going on in Kentucky, and maybe a system going through the Great Lakes that heads on off to the east. Saturday, more of the same, just not really a lot going on. What happened to it? Good question. Models are struggling, trying to figure out how the energy out in the Pacific Northwest is going to translate into the area, and just not really agreeing on how that's going to play out right now. It went from showing an all-out snowstorm in this area on Saturday to showing virtually nothing going on Saturday in just one day's time here. So I guess we'll just have to see how this pans out. I'm not really looking for any snow this weekend at this point. I think the Weather Service is officially keeping a little snow in the forecast just to prevent, flopping their forecast around. But I would say that those guys will be taking the forecast more to a dry forecast in the update this afternoon as well. So, goodness, we just can't seem to get any snow in here. Gonna have to go north or even down to Texas. My buddy told me that down in Texas they had some snow and ice, and seems like it's all around us. But anyhow, that's the way it looks for now. Maybe a little snow to the north of us tonight. A few flurries, possibly some light snow showers on Wednesday, but otherwise all is dry for the next 7 days now, it looks like. Big story being the cold air coming, so get ready to wrap up and bundle those kids up if we end up having school Thursday. I know last year they talked about canceling for the cold weather. We'll see what they do this Thursday. Wind chills probably down around -5, -10 Thursday morning in central Kentucky. So it'll be interesting to see how the school systems handle that. Just get ready, it's coming. We'll look at this again in a few days. Seems like things are changing rapidly every day, so a few more days we'll take a look at it again. I do think January is going to be a wild month as we get into it here, so stick around and we'll see how it goes. Have a good one.